Hey guys, Najma here, CEO, creative director, image, a lifestyle coach, and artist over at najmlee.com, NL Art and Healing, and welcome to another episode with me in this series that we're doing on pain and sickle cell anemia. So let's just dive into it because I think I have a lot to cover. And especially when it comes to support. This is what we're talking about, support today. Why is there a lack of support in the sickle cell anemia community? And I am going to go into, yes, there are groups out there, and there are foundations out there, and blah, 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 blah. But the fact remains that when it comes to family, friends, co-workers, and just local communities in general, there's a lack of support. And that's not my head idea, that's a fact actually. And 1 out of 5 families, how the statistics go, that do not have support. They don't have family support, friend support, co-worker support, community support. And if you look at a broader scale of how many people in this entire world has sickle cell anemia and sickle cell in general, that's like close to like 1 million people. Then factor that in, what I just said of the statistic. That's a lot of people not having support, okay? And it has to stop. Something has to be done, okay? We can't just be talking about it once a year, like in September, sickle cell month. We cannot be that isolated. I mean, not even Black History Month in February, no one's really talking about sickle cell either, right? And that has to do with the Black community, or actually the color community, if you want to put it in that bracket. Because all nations can get sickle cell, and a lot of nations do have sickle cell and carry sickle cell trait. This is not a color disease; it's a blood disorder disease. So this is what I want to break down, is the support part. So when 2 people come together, male, female, and both are carriers of the trait of sickle cell, they produce a child. And that child may get the trait, SC or SS, right? 1 out of 4 kids. Sometimes all 4 get it. Sometimes just 1 gets it, and or however it goes. But 1 out of 4 will usually get SS, the full-blown disease, which I have. So when that happens, and it comes into a family who has no idea about sickle cell, they didn't even know they probably had the trait of this disease, it's a big blow to the psyche, basically to your lifestyle, to everything. Because now when there's an expecting of a child coming through, it's like, what the hell do I do? What is this about? And a lot of families don't know how to handle that. They don't know what to do with the information that they receive. And they don't even have an idea what type of lifestyle for them is going to happen. And for me, in my family, when my mom and dad found out, I ain't gonna get my age, okay? But back then, it was in Canada, because that's where I was born. The knowledge of sickle cell was not really that big, okay? So they run every single test on me until they found that out. And then it was a thing of going to the hospital like every single month, okay? And doing this, trying this medicine, trying that medicine, trying this procedure, I was in the hospital basically most of my life, okay? So that interrupts everything in the family structure. That interrupts your job. That interrupts regular communication, because the parent, especially the mother, is really focused on the care for the child. Other siblings may be second place a little bit because the child with sickle cell comes much first, and that affects relationships. It affects husband and wife relationship, or however your partner relationship, because it's like, it's a heavy burden, because now you have to factor health insurance, money for different things that's needed for the child that you didn't really expect, or your other kids don't go through. So before, where, heat's not a big deal, it's a big deal now. That wherever you're living, that heat better be working. Insulation. The house has to be insulated properly. No draft or anything coming in. Nothing to create another problem where the child can pick up pneumonia or respiratory problem or anything on top of that. Like, everything changes, okay? Everything changes. And so, you feel isolated, you feel by yourself, because nobody else in the family is going through this. And, they don't understand. And you would think, okay, I don't understand what you're going through, but I want to learn and I want to know what's going on. I wish most families would do that, and most families don't do that. They do not take the initiative to say, let me step up to the plate and find out, because you look like you're going through a lot. And after a while, you get really used to hey, putting it together, make it, you roll with it. You just all of a sudden start rolling. But it really damages the mentality, the emotion, and it's pushing people away. And that's hard on a lot of people. That's too much on a lot of people. So I'll be right back. I'm going to come and talk about more on support and what we can do to better the situation. Okay, so I'm back. All right. Support. When you understand what's going on and you start creating this new life, you start isolating yourself a little bit. And because you feel like no one understands, they're not going to get it. And especially back then in my time, people thought you can pick up sickle cell or catch sickle cell by being around me, or if I kissed you on the cheek, you'll get it. If I hug you, you'll get it. All kinds of different thought processes that people thought they can catch it. And then it was around the time of when AIDS broke out too, and it's another blood type of thing. People just went berserk, okay? And you are put in this mindset of, I'm not going to tell anyone that I have sickle cell. Why? Because they're not going to understand. Why? Because I don't want to be discriminated. I don't want to go through being called names. I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. Like, all these things go through your head. And so you create this whole defense mechanism of, I'm fine. Everything's cool. I'm fine. What's wrong? Why is your eyes yellow? It's no big deal. That's just how it gets. Oh. So how come you can't run as fast as we do? How come you're not participating? Just not feeling well today. Oh, okay, you have a cold? Something like that. You come up with all these different things. And people do not want to get close to you. And you don't want them to feel uncomfortable. That's a personal thing within people with sickle cell. But when you don't have support, and people say, when you go to the hospital and you're there by yourself, it's really, it can be really, really hard. You're in there not for a couple of days. You're probably in there for about a week or 2 or 3. And people don't have it within them to say, I'm going to be dedicated to her, and make sure I check out on her, make sure she's all right. No, people live their own lives. And so a chronic illness like this, because you're in all the time, all of a sudden this mechanism of, you get used to it. You get used to hearing, oh, she's in the hospital again. Oh, she's in the hospital again. Oh, really? How's she doing? Oh, she's doing that. Instead of asking the other person how you doing, pick up the phone and call her or call him and find out how he's doing. He's in the hospital. People don't understand that getting a call and you're a patient in the hospital with this chronic disease, that it really helps. It's really empowering. It really uplifts. You know, when you get a phone call, when you get a visit from someone familiar, whether it's your parents or your friends or your coworkers or, you know, your cousin or somebody, you know, when you get someone coming in, and it doesn't have to be the same person, it could be everybody taking turns in the family. I'm coming this day, she's coming that day, he's coming that day. Each time someone comes in, it really boosts your energy even more. It's that connection of energy that's helpful. Because you got to remember, while a patient, you are surrounded by low energy. And if you're sharing a room, the other person who's sick has low energy too. So two people in a room with low energy ain't going to help each other to get better. You understand? So really having that support is what's needed. Like, we don't want to see doctors. Tired of seeing a doctor. They come in with their very cold aesthetics. They're not welcoming. So when you have your friends come, your boyfriend or girlfriend come, your parents or somebody come in every single day, and someone calls every single day, it makes the healing process much faster, and it really helps you to really get there. I'm starting to get emotional, but this is what we go through. This is what happens when you don't have support, and just a little support is all that's needed. Just a little support, y'all. Just a little support every day. Even if you're not coming in for yourself and you hear there's another sickler in the hospital, go to their room and say hi. Go check on them. Because when you're in there by yourself every single day, yeah, you may have your TV, you may have your computer, your iPhone or whatever, all these different gadgets and magazines and books. There's nothing great than having a little someone to come in and just check on you and just say hi and spend an hour with you. Even an hour. You know, you don't have to spend the whole day if you don't want to, but an hour. Even if we're sleeping, just to knowing that someone came in and checked on me is really important. And that is why support is so important. And I don't understand why among African American families who have a relative or sibling with sickle cell do not come in and really support the way they should. You know, and being there. Energy, exchange of energy is what heals. Is what helps a person get through it. Because you're out there in pain. You feel like you just want to die. You know, just give up. And just having someone there to say, hey, what's up? You don't have to talk about my disease, but talk about something else. You know, let me know what's going on. You know, what party you went to, or what function you went to, or what's happening, or something, you know, other than talking about pain, you know, is what we need, is what would be so uplifting. Support is important, y'all. Support is needed. And you got to step out of your comfort zone, and you got to step out of your thought process and just go for it and do it. You know, instead of just sitting back in the cut until you hear the news of, oh, she passed away or he passed away. Then it's, by that time it's too motherfucking late. Okay? Do something now That's what I'm saying when it comes to support. Do something now. I hope that helps y'all. I hope that gives you an insight why support's so important. Sorry for my tears, but this really hits home to me because I've been in the situation since the time I was in, especially in college. And I was away from everyone. And in college, most of the time, I'm there fighting by myself. And when I got older and I have a kid and she having to learn how we're going to do things, and I'm in the hospital away from her, and I'm in there by myself, you know, fighting. And she's on my heart to wake up every day and say, I'm going to fight this because I got to get back to her, you know. And I'm in there by myself, and other people getting upset, like, how come you're in there so long? What's going on? The pain's not going away. No, motherfucker, the pain's not going away. It's a chronic disease, okay? It's a chronic disease. It's chronic pain. It's a chronic illness. It hurts like hell. It's excruciating. So, since there's no cure, we try to do steps to really help us get through and get to a point down on the scale. Instead of being a 10, we want to get to at least a 7. Oh my God, if we can be at a 7 or at a 6, I can get out of here. I can get out of this room, out of this hospital, and go home. You know, and I'll be in pain, and a lot of us will be in pain, but the fact is, I'm not at so high, and I'm around familiar surroundings. I want y'all to really take a look in and really, really step out your comfort zone, read about it, you know, fund it, help, support. There's a support thing up here if you want to support this channel. And please take a second and check yourself, you know, that you're not being so selfish, and just really give to the other person that really needs your help. All right? I hope y'all understand support is so important. And if you have any more questions, you have any comments, leave it down below, because we're going to continue this series on pain, especially when it comes to chronic illness and sickle cell survivors. All right? So support's not just with sickle cell. I want y'all to support other people with chronic illnesses in your family. Just step out your comfort zone and go there, you know, step into their shoe just a little bit and go there and help. If they're in the hospital right now, after watching this, go and visit them, okay? Bring them something familiar, because hospital food sucks, you know. We don't want to eat that. The thing is crap. Bring us something from Whole Foods or something, you know, that's a lot more nourishing and fresh. Bring us a treat, or just your presence alone is the best thing, just to be there. All right, do that for me and do that for someone else. And the more that we exchange positive energy, and the more that we come around other sicklers and exchanging positive energy, the faster they get better to get out. They may not get all the way down the scale, but to the point where they can function is all they need, is what they need. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for supporting. Subscribe to this channel, because I am growing it. Please 2 thumbs it up, like it, share it, spread it. If you like to get more information on me, go over to www.najimlee.com. I'm putting together some speaking arrangements, and if you like me to come and speak at your event, or to do an interview, whatever, my email and everything's down below in the description box. All right. What else? Follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at @NajimLee is the handle. And I love y'all for supporting. I love y'all for watching. I love y'all. Thank you. I hope I bring some type of awareness to you guys and more insight about chronic illness and pain. All right, and let's just support. That's what we got to do. Support. I love y'all. See you in another video. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.